fields on other days. That's the primary charge for the cadets of Army. But on this field, the seeds planted by the likes of Davis, Blanchard, and Dawkins certainly have produced victory. Welcome to Michie Stadium at West Point, home of the Black Knights of the Hudson. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a squad from the American, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Army's offense will go on the attack first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. And that's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
To the air, it's Coleman. Here's a heat. Quickly to the tight end. Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Black Knights decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Secures it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Panthers offense will have its first possession of the game. Jesse, we don't get many of these types of runners anymore, it seems, but this offense is built around a guy who can carry the ball 30, 40 times if they need it.
And he is every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it's only a matter of time with this guy before he's going to break the long one. He has incredible vision, he can cut, and it's the game-breaking speed, David, that makes him truly unique.
Yeah, and he sets the tone, man. More guys are going to be committed to stopping him in the run game. It sets the tone for the offense. It opens up everything else. It starts and ends with him.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Williams. They get it down to the 35 before he's stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
First down for the offense.
And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it on the move. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Holstein. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Army has it back, and the offense ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the kick.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the tight end. Here's the handoff. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
At the 21. Fourth down coming up.
The Black Knights will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Got a man. It's Williams. They'll make the stop right there, but Pittsburgh moves the chains, and they have a first down.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it just in the nick of time.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8-ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Mikey Stadium, alive. A wall of cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Black Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play-action fake. Blasted as he lets it go. Got it in the middle. It's short. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's a new chapter at quarterback for Army after Bryson Daly's historic season led the nation with 32 touchdowns on the ground. Army had 12 wins, a school record. With Daly now a commissioned officer in the Army, time for next man up, Jesse.
Yeah, and you're going to have to be able to run the football. You're going to have to be able to make great decisions, though, in the option game, which I think is something a lot of times we take for granted. It's not just making good decisions throwing it, but understanding when to dive, when to keep it, when to pitch. That's what makes this Army offense run so smoothly.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He's got him this time. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Looking to throw, it's Coleman. Makes the catch. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy 1st down.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Trying to get the corner. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Black Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
Quarterbacks nowadays are so good with 1 second or 2 seconds. They can make really big plays. But when you give them that much time, my goodness, all of them are going to be successful.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take up the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Back to pass, it's Coleman. They're setting up the screen. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Army! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Extra point here will tie the game.
For the extra point.
And he makes the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. He leaves it with his back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll do it himself. There he goes. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the 1st down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another 1st down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's got it on the right. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm, and Mikey lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Panthers. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Number
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. That's caught. It's short. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Just a short pass to the tight end. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to go deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
A quick release on the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Unloads quickly. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Black Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. The carry going off right tackle here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Got it, looking for the first down. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
4th down, no problem. Call your own number. He does a great job sticking the ball in the belly of the running back, pulling that thing out, taking off and running, and knowing he had the first down. Nice job by this offense to get a fresh set of downs.
To the air, it's Coleman. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Brings it in down the left side. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Scanning the field is Holstein. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Mikey Stadium, alive. A wall of cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on 3rd down. The throw. Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, one thing we can always count on is a great atmosphere in West Point. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Hudson inside venerable Michie Stadium.
We're all locked up here in the third quarter as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Going to the run to start this second half. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Lee. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Panthers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Quickly out to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Most every defense is worried about the big play, giving up the big play to the wide receivers down the field. That's why I think it's important to milk these tight ends on these short routes to keep the sticks moving, to stay ahead of the chains, just to keep my offense in rhythm.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Lee. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Gain of 6. Second down coming up.
And the Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Lee. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, we always talk about the importance on defensive tackling. This secondary, they're going to have to really play with great effort and do a better job tackling these wideouts.
Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Michie Stadium on this 3rd down. Under fire. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back, he wants to throw the football, he sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down, but way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And that one will give him the lead. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Sticks it in his belly. He breaks the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Coleman. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Brings up second down.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Past the 40. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Really nice run there, and you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
He'll pull it on the read. Makes it past the marker. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Tight end now in motion. Rides to back and leaves it. Quick spin on the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Touchdown, Panthers! Fitted in the window for the score.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Dixon. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
To the air, it's Coleman. Unloads to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Black Knights will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Cradles it at the 35. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. He'll do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Sometimes you try to fool the defense with the fullback. Not fooled there.
Well, you better block. Goodness gracious, that's supposed to be a quick hitter, get me a few short yards, and there was nowhere to hit it. They just got hit in the backfield and brought the big fella down quickly.
The inside handoff. Runs through a tackle. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Black Knights come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys, they've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback in the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far, staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
He's got an open man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning it. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Fires to the wideout. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
Mikey Stadium, alive. A wall of cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
Gonna run it. It's Reed. To the 15. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
He'll pull it on the read. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
35, Army, 14.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Hand off to the fullback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
The Black Knights are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to pass. It's Coleman. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And I love that the QB understood I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a first down.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's got it along the sideline. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And the Black Knights have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on 1st down. On target over the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a space. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He'll do it himself. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. From the gun on 3rd down. Unleashes to the end zone. Complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Give to the fullback. Touchdown, Army! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And he tacks on the extra point. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. On the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Mikey Stadium on this 3rd down. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there. And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? 4th down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the first. They're going to ice this game.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football, be physical, watch it go to zeros.